David Love's my name. I'm an orthopaedic surgeon here in Melbourne. I've got a practice that's about 1/3 public and 2/3 in the private sector. I graduated from my training 13 years ago and from medicine about 20 years ago. I feel like I've kind of mastered the surgical things. I'm not saying I've perfected it, I'm not saying I'm the best. I feel like I've sort of got to 98% of what I could possibly be from a surgical skill set point of view. In the old days, as you worked your way up the ranks in medicine, you had the more senior people and the older people would take on more administrative roles and head of unit roles. There are now younger people taking on administrative roles and heads of unit roles. Doctors and surgeons are having to take on increased challenges of how to run a unit, how to run a practice, how to take on new technologies, take on new procedures, work as a team. Doctors and the surgeons are one part of a team, a leader of those teams. To achieve those goals, I needed to take up this leadership course. I've got sort of in the back of my head that I should take on greater challenges in private and in public. And in order to be able to achieve those goals in the longer term, over the next sort of 5 or 10 years, I need to start building up a set of skills that are not necessarily inherently taught during a surgical training program. There was 22 participants from government, from the private sector, from university. There were a range of organisations people came from. And for me, the fact that there was no other medical people in that course that week I found quite refreshing, because it really did force me to look at things from a different perspective. You certainly come out a better person and a better understanding of yourself. I think the course was very good at making you look at your own ability and made you think about the best way to interact with people around you. I was surprised in terms of how reassuring it was for me, and the 360-degree feedback system that was used during the course I found quite helpful, particularly some of the comments that people made when I asked for feedback from them. Was quite pleased to see some of the positive things people said about me, and they're things that I can also work on and try and make even better for the future.